everyone. Today we are discussing this book called When Crickets Cry by Charles Martin. He is a wonderful author. My most favorite thing about this book is the way that he paints pictures. He paints pictures of the characters, of the experiences, and the places. Some of the characters, well, first of all, he is Reese. His name is Reese, and he is the narrator of this book, and he describes everything. His wife, Emma, he describes this little girl named Annie. He describes his brother-in-law. Every character that he comes and meets in this book, he describes them, and he's wonderful. But what I'm going to describe first is the setting. And this is an example from the book, from the prologue, right from the start. Here are his words. I pushed against the spring hinge, cracked open the screen door, and scattered 2 hummingbirds fighting over my feeder. The sound of their wings faded into the dogwood branches above, and it was there that the morning met me with streaks of sun-kissed cracking across the skyline. Seconds before, God had painted the sky with a mixture of black and deep blue, then smeared it with rolling wisps of cotton and sprayed it with specks of glitter, some larger than others. Right there is the beginning of the book. He paints a picture. Now you can see it. So once again, he not only does he paint a picture of what things look like, he paints a picture of the characters. And I'm going to share from chapter 1 in just a moment about one of the sweetest characters in his book. But I am going to also tell you that he paints a picture of himself. Now, the narrator is named Reese, and his wife is Emma. There is a girl named Annie. He also paints this picture of his brother-in-law. And every character he meets, you begin to know them and they come alive. I love that. So we're going to start with a description of one of my favorite characters. Her name is Annie. She was small for her age, probably 6, maybe even 7, but looked more like 4 or 5. A tomboy's heart in a china doll's body. Dressed in a short yellow dress, yellow socks, white Mary Janes, and a straw hat wrapped with a yellow ribbon that trailed down to her waist. So right there you can picture what she looks like and how she's dressed. And that's just the start. He makes this little girl, Annie, come alive. And he makes all of his characters come alive. There are also, now I read the setting, one of the settings, and that was right in his house when he was opening the door. But most of the book is set around this lake, and it's in the South. You can just picture everything that he's talking about as he brings these words to life. Another favorite part of this book that I like is there's a place that he goes to, I believe, almost every day with his brother-in-law, and it's where they get burgers and drinks. The name of the place is called The Well, and this well, the place, has a theme, and I can't tell you what the theme is, but I love it. I love how he makes this place come alive. And it's a very strong theme throughout the entire restaurant. And it's actually interactive with the people that are eating there. And he makes the world a better place just by having this place called The Well open every day. There are 3 things that I'm going to tell you about this book quickly. One, you need to keep an open mind, because there are times where you're going to say to yourself, oh my goodness, these characters, there are all these things that are happening to these characters. Could this really happen? Well, keep an open mind, because the more you read, the more you're going to fall in love with characters. The second thing is that the chapters bounce around from long ago to present and back, and it keeps going. But it starts interweaving and makes this wonderful story. The third thing is that he talks about love, and the main part of this book is about love. And it's not your typical love story between a man and a woman, where there is a little part of that, but it's much more than that. It's all kinds of love and how we are vulnerable as human beings because we get our hearts broken. People make mistakes. I'll just say things happen in life. Life gets very messy, and we're always trying to put it back together. But when you have love, it kind of changes everything, and it's worth it. So this is a great book so far, awesome book. I would definitely recommend it. I'm about the third of the way through. It's called When Crickets Cry by Charles Martin. So I would say go out and read this book. Now, you can go along with us this month. This month, we're going to talk about this book every Sunday at 8 p.m. If you're just interested and you're thinking about reading it, then continue. If you're reading it, just chime in, add comments. You can request to go live, anything you want to do. But check it out. When Crickets Cry by Charles Martin. We'll see you next week. Bye.